Let's talk about the world. Women, men, boys and girls. Hear about the news and politics. Education and relationships. You know if you turned into this show. The Duane Cherry Show. If you wanna know, the Duane Cherry Show. There's something beautiful. The Duane Cherry Show. The Duane Cherry Show. There's something technical. The Duane Cherry Show. The Duane Cherry Show. If you wanna know, the Duane Cherry Show. There's something beautiful. The Duane Cherry Show. The Duane Cherry Show. There's something technical. The Duane Cherry Show.
Welcome everyone to the Duane Cherry Show. I am Duane Cherry, the radio angel. Thank each and every one of you for always being so faithful, for tuning in every week. I know I say that on every show, but I am extremely grateful and thankful for my listening audience. You're keeping the numbers up and you're keeping everything going, and that's what it's all about. That must mean that we are bringing the news and the information to you that you want to hear. Now remember, if you want to hit me up, just do that at Duane.cherry@yahoo.com. Duane.cherry@yahoo.com. If you have an idea you want to put out to the public, if you have an event that's going on, something that your organization is doing to make a difference, hit me up and I will do my best to get you on the air. And also remember, if you want to advertise, we have the cheapest rates in the world. Just hit me up on my email and I can get you so many spots for so little money that you will be surprised. One of the biggest things that I love about this show, when I get to talk to groups and individuals who are doing something positive out here in this world. And this group is celebrating their 10th anniversary today, July the 12th, right here on my show. It is called Chill Out. And Chill Out is really like a social private platform that wants to deal with the arts and wants to deal with uplifting people. You know, you get on so many of these platforms now and the negativity just take over. It just makes you want to shut it down. But Chill Out is not like that. It's entirely different, and it's a private platform where you have to get permission to enter it. I am so honored today to have one of the creators and the originators of that platform. His name is Brother Jonathan Hall. Jonathan, thanks for being on the Duane Cherry Show.
Duane, it's an honor to be here, brother. I really appreciate what you do for the community. And I see you're a very uplifting person also.
Man, yeah. Now, chill out. I was honored when you brought me in a couple of years ago and let me be one of the participants in this group. Tell the listening audience now, I want you to remember, Jonathan, this program is heard all over the world. So after this program, you're going to get a lot of people that want to be a part of it, because you'll really be surprised how many people want to be in this type of platform. But tell the listening audience a little bit about the Chill Out platform, if you would.
Well, good afternoon, world. This is what we do daily. What we do is we give a glimpse of positivity every day from the start to the finish of the day. What we do is we take a glance, we put music up that you can dance to, and then we also inspire people to get into romance. Things that we really need to pay more attention to than just getting hit over our head every day with whatever is in the public media. So what we do is we start every day rejoicing just to see life for another day. And there's many aspects of poetry. We do landscapes and music. One of the first pages that I ever been involved in where people created music as a tie-in So if you remember how poetry used to be, where you had the band playing in the background and everybody be finger snapping and all of that thing. Well, guess what? We use that same platform to tie in photos. So the music, we would add music to it, and the collaboration became more than just putting posts together. We interacted like that. So somebody else would come up with a photo or a video, and we would add comments to it. But everything was a contribution to where it wasn't just somebody flashing a nice picture and you say, okay, that's nice. No, we was building everything around taking everybody's impression of artwork. Like they say, art has 1,000 faces or 1,000 titles or 1,000 names. We was actually allowing people to take whatever they felt off of something, and it became more like painting a picture. So that's what we did every day, and we've been doing it for 10 years.
I mean, it's amazing that you've been doing it for 10 years. But I think you said something right at the beginning when you started to talk. So much of social media today is driven by today's topic, you know, what the subject is. And, you know, they see it on the news, and they go the national news, and they'll pick a topic, and it seems like that's all you see on the internet is what they're talking about. And your platform is entirely different. You're bringing it to the people in a very positive way, and I know that's what you really wanted to do.
That's all it was. The other social platforms that I was involved in, they were great for, you know, just having a nice time, but we never attacked the spirit of what everybody needed. Everybody needs a break from the madness, and that's a nickname we use for chill out.
Okay.
You can get a break from it. You can actually deal with cultural things, and we start understanding, like, for instance, we go far as topics is going way back to rhythm of life. So we take things all the way back across continents, and it's not limited to just a black experience. We do science. We do anything that's going to allow you to grow on the inside more so than just getting hit over your head on the outside. Is what's happening in media every day.
Yeah, that's so true. And I think as it has evolved now, Jonathan, for 10 years, I mean, that's really saying something about your accomplishments. What has really surprised you as it has gone on during that time period? Are you really surprised at how many people actually want to be in a positive platform?
Absolutely. I'm so glad you brought that up, Mr. Terry, because when I first started this platform, my goal was just 100, maybe 200 people max.
Okay.
And I'm being honest, it's close to 2,000, but it could easily been 20,000.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we turn people down because of we just really take recommendations. So most of the recommendations, we don't even, you know, most of the people who bring in groups like this, you go to a person's personal profile, and if it's, you know, way out there or in a violent nature, we won't accept them. But recommendations of people that have been in it, we know good and well, we don't even need to critique who they bring in, because we know they cultivated in it, and they're not going to soil the seeds. So they're going to always bring in people that got like-wiseness and interested in taking a break from the norm. And the creativity of other members of the administrative family, they're not just, you know, got to remember, these are not paid people. These people do it from their heart. We bring in, during a segment of time, we brought in prayer every day. We had inspirational vitamin that I didn't go a day without even waking up and going to that first.
Yeah.
So we tried to cover every aspect of how to get to the inside of people And if you start off your day in a positive light, next thing you know, 20 minutes become an hour. Next thing you know, we was on there 4 or 5 hours a day, and we turned the TVs off. We turned the radios off, and we decided on what music we wanted to play. And that's how Chill Out has grown to be. And it's to the point to where it's running on autopilot. And I'm glad of that. I don't have to be there. None of the administrators had to be there. And the greatest thing that I think that you mentioned, for 10 years, that's unheard of in social media.
Yeah, it is. And I also like the concept is a break from the madness. Talk about what's streaming everywhere else, but one positive brings on 10 negatives. I've seen that. Hey, we both have seen that.
Man.
And I want the listeners out there to know 10 years. And some of you out there probably have never heard of Chill Out. And that's the great thing about it, is that the positivity of this network, of this group is there. And now we're trying to expose it to you guys to let you know that there is a place where you can go to get that break from the madness, as you call it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I surely appreciate you celebrating that with us, and to all of the Lenny used to call them, they call them the chillites.
Yeah.
Chillites.
Yeah.
Chillsters.
Hey, I will use that, the chillites. Okay. Yeah. Hey,
I appreciate them because they made the group. They made the group worthwhile.
Yeah. Let me take my first break right here, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I got to take a break. My guest is Mr. Jonathan Hall. We're going to be right back with another member of Chill Out. Chill Out, a social private platform that wants to deal with the arts and uplifting people. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
WHML Gospel Radio Station, your radio home for all of your Christian needs. Talk, praise, gospel, inspiration, and Christian music at its best.
And I'm back, everyone. Duane Cherry, the radio angel. I am so excited about this show today. This is the 10th anniversary of Chill Out. We talked with one of the original creators and the founders of the group. Now I'm with one of the other original creators and founders of the group. And Chill Out is a social private platform that wants to deal with the arts and uplifting people. How many of you heard of that out there? So many of our social media platforms, you get tired of looking at them because everything is negative. People are hiding behind the screen, typing what they want to. Nah, not on Chill Out. All you're going to get is positivity. And my next guest is one of the ones that's been there through the trenches and now seeing this 10-year celebration, Brother Jimmy Kent. Jimmy, thanks for coming in, brother.
Hey, I'm glad you have me today, man. I know a lot of the guys on there know me as Jay Tillman, but my name is Jimmy Kent.
Okay.
But I use Jimmy Kent. I use Jay Tillman because I have a business, and I don't want all my clients to see what I do in my personal life.
Okay. So everybody that heard me say Jimmy Kent, forget that. Okay. All right. Yeah. We want y'all throw that out. I got with me Brother Jay Tillman, one of the founders and also creators of Chill Out. Jimmy, give me your thoughts and analysis of this after 10 years.
Let me tell you, I actually came aboard when John first started it.
Okay.
And I wasn't usually on Facebook, but I got on Facebook because I didn't know a lot of my people back home. I've been gone for so long. So I got back on Facebook, and then I saw these people who I used to go to school with in kindergarten and middle school and in high school. And so I started getting busy, and I guess the paper's called You Might Be From Cleveland. And that's where I met John. A lot of clicks start happening, and You Might Be From Cleveland, and John branched off and got a beautiful page called Chill Out, asked me to come over. Man, I came over, and I've been there for 10 years posting my music. All I listen to is vinyl. So if I'm working on the computer and I'm listening to my vinyl, if I hear a good joint, then I throw that joint on to Chill Out, and I'll put a picture with it. I've been doing it
Yeah. Okay. You know, you're dealing with the music portion of Chill Out. What type of music, because we want to get some new people on there, if they meet the criteria. Let me put it like that, listeners. If you meet the criteria, you can be a part of Chill Out. But what type of music would they hear from Jay Tillman? Will it be jazz, contemporary jazz, modern jazz, R&B? What type of music could we hear?
Let me tell you, you're going to hear it all. I'm going to play all type of joints, my friend. When I was about 13 or 14, I was into hard rock. And I didn't let any of my friends know because, you know, we're from the hood and they was into other stuff. And I didn't want them to know the hard rock. So anyway, when I got about 16 and 17, I didn't care if they knew. So I was, oh, man, I like Fleetwood Mac Rumors. I'm going to play some Old Mamas and Papas, man. I get into Little Anthony and the Imperials. Get into the OJs, get into Miles Davis. I mean, all the genres, man. Just get in there and play them. You know, it's what I feel. But if you get on Chill Out, you're going to hear all types of beautiful music, man. Even some good old rap, you know?
Hey,
that's right.
But, you know, it's strange you said that. I think once you let people know that you were into hard rock, you'll be surprised how many people are also like that. I was one of them. When I was living in Nashville, man, that's all I would listen to was, you know, Grand Funk Railroad, BTO, and all those type musics. And there's a lot of people out there that you would be surprised, Jay, that is into hard rock.
As a matter of fact, like I said, when I was younger, I used to hide. When I was 11 and 12, you know. But no, I turned 16. I never heard it, man. I play it all, man. I just play what I feel, you know. And like if I'm on my computer and I'm doing some work, and all I play is albums. All I got is vinyl. I don't have no CDs or nothing else. Just all vinyl. Okay. So I put on the vinyl, listen to the whole side, turn the other side over. I hear a beautiful joint. I share it with the group, and I usually throw a picture in it that might go with, you know, what I'm saying, or I'll put a picture of me in it if I feel like, you know, it's like that song. So, you know, that's what I do. But they're going to hear everything, man, all the type of music. It's not just a certain type of music, brother. Not at all.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about vinyl a little bit. Since you mentioned that, you know, when the 8 tracks and the cassettes came out, vinyl sort of went to the wayside. Man, I had so much stack of vinyl that has gotten away from me. I always kick myself nowadays. What is it about the vinyl, Jay Tillman, that you like more than the 8 tracks and the cassettes and the CDs?
You know what? I'll put it like this. I've got probably about 550 vinyl. And what I do is I put them all in all in chronological order, man. And they're all in order. And I just like the way it sounds. When you put that needle, you clean the needle off, you wipe the vinyl off, and when you put it on, you can hear the little...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it started playing the music, and I love it, man. You know, it's just a feel-good thing to me, you know? I'm just old school like that. I mean, I can listen to, you know, other, you know, types of music. I can listen to somebody put something on, but I just like my vinyl, man. I kick back, man, and I'm all by myself, and I just enjoy it, man. I enjoy it very much.
Yeah, and I even remember the time when everybody had vinyl. You remember you had to go get that piece of tissue and put some alcohol on it when you had a scratch on when you had a scratch on your vinyl.
I know. I actually got that right now. I got a little, I got a cloth that I use, and I got a brush that I use, and I do it before I put the album on. It goes with the cloth, and then I use the brush on it, and then I throw it on there so I don't get a lot of, you know, noise in the background. Yeah, but I love it, man.
Yeah, that's how we do now, but back then we used to take that alcohol, man, and put it on a piece of tissue.
and rub it on there. Hey, and you know what? I'll buy all my albums, man. I go to the thrift shops, I go to the Goodwills, I go to flea markets, and I pay $3 or $4 for the albums, you know. And if it's, you know, sometimes I go to a wax place we have here in Little 5 Points in Atlanta, and you know, I'll an old album I really want, but I'm gonna pay for that, probably about $25. So, you know, because they're expensive now, yeah. They're expensive now.
Yeah, I know we're talking music and we may be getting a little bit off topic, but man, I think I had all of Gil Scott-Heron albums, and I've misplaced all. I think I had from his first one up to his last one, and now I just got a couple of CDs with his music on it. That's one part of it I really hate. I let get away, but. Dealing with chill out, and we're talking about the positivity like we talked earlier with Jonathan, and we're trying to uplift people. Even what happened on the 4th of July in America, everybody's down. If you go to other social media platforms, all you're going to see is negativity about that. But on Chill Out, it's still that positive. We're trying to uplift you on Chill Out. Don't you feel that way?
Oh, I feel that way 100%, my friend, and that's why I'm on it all the time, I'm on there because, I tell you what, even if I had a rough day, driving this day, I got my limo business, okay. But if I'm driving this day and I had a rough day, then I come home, go in there, and I go right on there and tell John to have a picture of a beautiful landscape or something, you know what I mean? And all that negativity, all that stuff just drops and goes away. And, he done got me in the mood now, so now I want to throw up a picture of some good songs, so it's 100% positive. Yeah. On Chill Out, 100%. Yeah, no negativity at all. Yeah. I've never seen that. Oh, nope.
Yeah, and we don't allow it. I say we because I'm a member. But how surprised are you for 10 years? 10 years, just from one social platform. Go ahead.
Let me tell you, man. I'm really not surprised. I would have been surprised that some of the other people, that some of the other pages last that long. But I'm really not surprised with Chill Out, man, because so many different people come on there. You have people that does all type of different jobs that come on there. From laborers, to lawyers, to actors and singers. You have everybody on there. Everybody is so positive. So I'm not surprised that it lasted 10 years at all. Not at all. Especially not with John at the rim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You make sure it stays right all the time.
He's the policeman of the bunch, so he's keeping everything straight. What would you tell the people out there that are listening now about being a part of this platform, if they're interested? Can we promote a little membership right here from you?
Yeah, you know what? I'd say this: if you're looking just to be relaxed, come to Chill Out. If you're looking to be uplifted by the music and the pictures, come to Chill Out. If you just want to relax and you don't want to put anything on there, you just want to look. You got all type of people putting great music and great, not even just scenery, fashion, man, shoes and the shirts and clothes, and just everything is just so uplifting. So if you want to be uplifted and you want to feel good and have that good feeling after a day's work, come to Chill Out.
Mm-hmm. And then so many people are like, you and me, we work jobs, but when we're on Chill Out, it's not about our jobs, it's about something else that we're involved in.
It ain't about the jobs at all no more. All that goes away. All the heaviness is lifted and pushed to the side, and good music is played, man. And I can't wait to get off today to throw on some good music, man. But Gil Scott-Heron, I don't have any Gil Scott-Heron, man. I'm going to have to get one. I don't have anything from him.
Man,
not one.
You don't?
Not one.
Man, I'm glad we talked today to put that on your mind, man. I think I had everything, and then some of the cuts and some of the LPs that I had, I can't find the cuts anymore that I love. Because back then, like you said, on vinyl, your favorite cut on a vinyl may not been the hit record. It was something that you just liked. Yeah, that's the good thing about vinyl. Go ahead.
That's why you play the whole album. That's why you play the whole thing. When I put on an album, I don't look for a certain song. I put it on the first cut, and and then I let it go through every joint that's on there. Then I turn it over and play every one of them because there's some that I've probably never heard of. And I did that with Nancy Wilson. Man, I love Nancy Wilson. I found some joints from Nancy Wilson that I didn't even know she had made. So I play the whole albums, man, and it's great, but I got to get a Gil Scott. I don't have any.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad we came together today so I can get Gil Scott on your mind, man. Beautiful brother. And you know, actually, I'm in Tennessee, and people don't know that he spent like his first 15, 16 teenage years in Tennessee. A lot of people didn't know that. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know it, so you schooled me, brother.
Hey, Jay Tillman, man, thanks for being on the show. We're gonna get right back with some more people from Chill Out. So let me take this break. I told you, everyone, this was going to be a great show today. We're celebrating 10 years of Chill Out, and I'll be right back after these words.
Hey, this is Daryl Luster, and you're listening to WHML Gospel Radio Station, your home for all of your Christian needs.
And I'm back once again, Duane Cherry, the radio angel. It's such a happy and elated day right here on the Duane Cherry Show because this is the 10th anniversary of Chill Out. They've been on that social platform for 10 years now, and we brought on our first guest, one of the founders, Mr. Jonathan Hall. The second guest was Brother Jay Tillman. Now I'm with one of the co-founders, co-originators of Chill Out, Mr. Lenny Millerbrooks. Lenny is a graphic artist, and he deals with the advertisement agency. Lenny, thanks for being on the show, brother.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Man, first, before we get started, you were there in the beginning with Chill Out. How do you feel about the platform now after 10 years?
Wow. All I can tell you is that it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of information. It's a lot of art. It's a lot of music. It's a lot of just different people from different avenues, and you know, a lot of people I would have never thought I would have had a chance to even converse with, you know, to get in that type of society. I made a statement many years ago now, probably about 8 or 9 years. I said, Chill Out is where particular people populate.
Okay.
and it's a very particular type of group. You know, either you get Chill Out or you don't.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Okay.
You know, either you get it or you don't.
Uh-huh.
But you got to have open mind to deal with it, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, so much stuff.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I think one of your specialties, well, I know, is graphic art. Can speak to the listeners out there who may not know what we mean by graphic art.
Well, I started off as an artist years ago with sketching and what have you, but I graduated into graphic art, which I actually like a lot more.
Okay.
And when I first joined Chill Out, I wasn't doing any kind of graphics on Facebook at all. And once Chill Out started going and growing and what have you, I said, well, you know, let me get a chance, you know, and I really didn't ask John, you know, I just said, you know, I'm going to start doing some stuff. And it just kind of grew from there. And I think I was trying to get a count on exactly how many covers I've done for Chill Out, but I know it's well over 600.
600.
I've done like in 10 years,
Yeah. Now, let's get elementary for people a little bit, Lenny. What's the difference between art and graphic art?
Graphic art is strictly by computer.
Okay.
And art is like what one of our members, Carol Joyce, does. She does like pastels and, you know, pencil art and what have you. So, you know, graphic art is basically computer generated, computer oriented. Mm-hmm. And I've been using the same program for 10 years. I've never changed it. I've never changed it, sir, you know, because you can never use it fully. There's always something else you can do that's new. You know, I kind of enjoyed it. It kind of makes you think a little harder. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But in the end result, I'm like, well, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, let's go with that.
Yeah. I mean, and if people go, well, you know, like I said before, after this program, I'm sure some people are going to call in and want to know what does it take to get into this private platform. But when you're dealing with the advertisement agency in the industry, what are you doing particularly with that, Lenny?
Well, basically, I have my own video and production company here in Arkansas where I live. So,
Okay.
So basically, it's Chill Out is really just an extension, and you know, I can shoot some ideas that way. You know, if they fly, you know, I may use them here. If they're not, then you know, I'll bend and choose. You know, it's all about thinking outside the box. I'll put it like that. You know.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep outside that box. There's a member of ours, I don't know if she's been on yet, Theresa Harris, and I was doing some stuff back in the day before I got to Chill Out, you know, and I was shooting it past her, you know. She said, you know, start thinking a little bit more outside the box, and I always remember that, and you know, that's pushed me a long way.
You know, you're bringing up a good point. In today's society, so many of us are afraid to step out that box. You know,
And that's sad.
yeah, because, you know, being in that box, you conform, you know, everybody else in the box is going to like you, but stepping out, like you said, not to do that is really sad, isn't it?
It's a fear of failure.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, how many failures have you had to make that success?
Yeah.
You know, and that's it for me. You know, I don't have a fear of failure. So, you know, and like I said, I do video too. You know, I may fail 5 times on a video, but that one time, boom, you know, it's there. You know, so you know, and a lot of times I do stuff not necessarily please everybody anyway. I do it for me. You know, and that may sound a little selfish, but you know, I actually do it for myself. You know, when I first started doing it for Chill Out, you know, with John, and John is correct. I think I am the first person he contacted because we were all on another page, and that's how we met. He asked me would I like to join it. I said, well, what the heck, you know, I got nothing to lose. You know, never would have thought I'd been on it for 10 years. Never would have dreamed that. So, you know, and there's a lot of groups, as I'm sure you know, on Facebook, you know, but we're as different as anything on Facebook.
Yeah.
There's no other group that I've ever seen that's like it. Because, you know, it can be interactive, you know, and, you know, a lot of them aren't, you know, they're just posting and going about their business, you know. We've been very interactive, and that's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, it's a great thing. You know, we were interactive on the group that we came out of, but we got more interactive with Chill Out.
And I think, you know, speaking back on coming out the box, that's one thing about Chill Out. You know, you can express yourself, you know, out of the box any way you want, yeah. And
any way you want.
And you're not going to get that negative feedback. Matter of fact, you're going to get, like Theresa encouraged you, you're going to get more people to encourage you to keep stepping.
Right, you know, and hopefully, you know, by people looking at some of the things that are on there, you know, it helps them to step outside the box a little bit, you know, and it helps them try to, you know, look at the big picture, you know. It's not every little nook and cranny, you know. Look at the big picture, you know. I tell people that every day, you know. But, you know, these days, small minds, you know, what can you do?
Hey, what can you do? Ain't nothing you can do. But it's like when I was speaking to Jonathan earlier, you know, when I created my talk show, I wanted it to be positive, and I wanted people to come on and talk about things, because so much of what we hear, Lenny, is topic driven. It's the day's topic, and this is all people are going to talk about all that day. And Chill Out is not like that. You know, the days.
Not at all.
Yeah, something may be going on the news right now that is 24-hour hot, and you may not never hear about it on Chill Out.
Never.
Yeah.
And that's on purpose.
Oh yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
yeah, that's on purpose. We've never tried to be political per se, or or like you said, topical, you know, and what have you. I may post up something, you know, that kind of just gets me a little bit, you know, but I'm never negative on it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as far as, you know, a CNN type, you know, look what happened now, or look at this here and what happened now.
Yeah.
No, we try to keep it positive, and we try to keep it, you know, uplifting, and, you know, give you something, you know, that you may have never seen or you never will see, or, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
You know, everybody needs a break to get away from what we're dealing with on the daily, you know?
Yeah, and you know, and it seems like the daily now is not 8, 10, 12 hours. The daily is the whole 24 hours a day. You know,
oh my God, it's a mind blower. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a mind blower.
and that may be one of the reasons people are so afraid to step out the box. You know, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you know, I mean, especially the way the last 4 years are going. I mean, you know, some people are kind of scared to wake up in the morning, like, golly, what's next? You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, chill out takes away from all that. You know, you kind of get your mind relaxed, relate, and release a little bit. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man, before I let you go, tell us a little bit, Lenny, about graphic art. How did you matriculate to graphic art as a person?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let me see. That
Okay, all
started
right.
about 20 years ago.
Okay.
About 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Well, you know, like I said, I do photography and I do video and all that stuff, you know. And I just gravitated towards it. You know, I found a program that I like, and you know, it could let me do a lot of things, and I just gravitated to it, and you know, I enjoy it. You know, it's almost like playing a video game to me, you know.
Yeah.
What can you add to the puzzle, you know? How can you get to the win? Is that it? Is that what you want, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's, yeah, I've enjoyed it. And like I said, I've had the same program, I think, since 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2003, 2004, something like that. So, it's always worked for me. So, you know, matter of fact, the company that I got it from is closed. I can't even get any updates from them, but I can still do what I need to do. So, that's a great thing.
Yeah, I think you made a good point, though, man. Hey, if it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man.
Yeah,
And I ain't been fixing nothing. It is what it is.
yeah.
That's it.
Hey, man. Before I let you go, quickly tell people why, if they want to be a part of this platform, why they should get in it.
Well, as I said earlier, I hit on it. Chill Out is basically, while it's informational and it's musical and it's, as I say, you know, it's mind-blowing art.
Okay.
You know, not necessarily just mine, but, you know, a lot of the contributors that contribute to it, you know. If you just want to get away from the everyday and you want to get away, you know, you want to get your mind in a little bit peaceful place, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Like the afternoon, like today, I'll get on it. I'll cut me on some music, and I'll just go through it, you know.
Yeah.
And see what people are trying to communicate, you know.
Yeah.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and there are a lot of people, you know, who have very beholding eyes. So, you know,
yeah. I'm gonna use that, man. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, and that's the truth. You know, everybody looks at a picture differently. Everybody looks at art differently. Everybody looks at the weather differently.
Yeah.
You know, it's what's beholding to you and what captures your eye or attention. We have a lady by the name of Brenda Ford, and she puts up some of the most mind-blowing art, and I'm like, oh my God, I steal more ideas for covers from her than anybody in the group, bar none.
Yeah.
And she's a gracious lady, and she loves to show people the beauty of the world. You know, nothing ever negative. You know, it's just eye-popping to me. You know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, you know, you can get into anything. If you love music, you can get into music on there. If you love art, you can get into that, you know. Topical, not necessarily topical, but
Yeah.
There's always something on there to relate to.
Yeah, and it's always positive. Hey, Lenny, man,
always
thank you.
Positive.
Yeah, hey, thank you for celebrating Chill Out 10 years on my show. I really do appreciate it, brother. Got to take a break.
Chill Out, where particular people populate. Don't forget that.
Hey, we're gonna use that. Hey, it's a social private platform where particular people populate.
That's it.
Got to take a break. Let me take this break. I'm up on a hard break, and we'll be right back. 10 years of celebrating Chill Out right here on my show. All right.
Hey, this is Daryl Luster of the Daryl Luster Radio Show, and you got it right. You got it locked right in at WHML. Keep it there.
And I'm back, everyone. I am Duane Cherry, the Radio Angel. We're talking about the 10-year celebration of Chill Out going on right now today. We've had the creator and the founder and some of the other people on our program, and we're going down to the last segment right now with a young lady that is a very integral part of Chill Out. She's Theresa Harris. She's a playwright, designer of handcrafted greeting cards. She resides in Virginia. Theresa, thanks for coming on the Duane Cherry Show today.
Thank you for inviting me. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, Theresa, how did, being in Virginia, and I've brought guests on so far from Arkansas and from Georgia, how did you become involved in Chill Out?
I was introduced to that phenomenal online group by a mutual friend who I met online, maybe about 2 or 3 years prior to connecting with Chill Out, and he told me what an amazing place it was. He knew, I guess the new term for people who create art is creatives, not just paintings, but music, all kinds of art. And he told me about this place that people get together, network, share information, share their passion, and he knew that I enjoyed doing that. And I think, like I was going to say earlier, where creatives meet. And so he said, come on and join. And so I was pleasantly surprised that it was a place where people express themselves, express their passion. It was a really, really amazing place online to get together with people, and diverse people. They all like-minded in wanting to share their passion and their ideas, but coming from very diverse backgrounds.
Yeah, and I think, like Jonathan said early, it's a social private platform that wants to deal with the arts and uplifting people. And I think we've sort of hit on this theme all program long, how negativity can take over so many social platforms, but it's not that way on Chill Out.
Not at all. And even if that seems to be creeping in any way, it is effectively and swiftly taken care of. I admire the way that Jonathan has managed this online group. He's very vigilant. He's very attentive. He's very caring. And I don't know what the membership is, but I know it's quite extensive. Yeah. And he's so one-on-one. You feel like you know him, even though we've not actually physically met. I feel like I know him, and I know how passionate he is about anything that he does, and very passionate about Chill Out. And that's what's made it so great of a place, is that you have someone who's the head of it, who's in charge, but yet and still you don't feel like you're just one of a group. You feel like, or one of many. You feel like there's that individual attention and that connection, and that he really cares about what you think and how you're feeling. And if you have any concerns or whatever about Chill Out, he's so very open. So I love that relationship that he has with the members of Chill Out.
Yeah, and then so diverse have my guests being here to represent Chill Out. We had Jay Tillman on, he's a business owner. Lenny Miller Brooks, he's a graphic artist, and you are a playwright. And
actually, Lenny Miller Brooks is the person that introduced me to Chill Out.
Okay.
Yeah. And yes, I am a playwright. And yes, we are all in some form or fashion creatives. There's an amazing artist, Carol Joyce, who I met on Chill Out. This is the kind of relationships that we build. I met her on Chill Out, and she asked me if I would like for her to do a portrait of me, and she did one, and it was amazing. And this woman, I mean, she's like a world-class artist, and to have someone like that, to meet someone like that, and then have them do a portrait of you, it was blown away. And my portrait is hanging up in my office for everyone to see. And it was just, I'd never experienced anybody. Just the people that are there are just so generous with their talent. And so it's just a great place to be. And he allows you to, and encourages you to share your skills and your talents with the other members.
Yeah, that is so true, and it's a great platform to be on. Mostly when I go on, I'm just a looker. But I just love to be there. Don't make many comments. But about you being a playwright, tell the listening audience a little bit. How did you walk into that? Were you started as like an English major or literature and decided you could write plays? You meet very few playwrights nowadays.
It's funny that you mentioned that. I kind of fell into it, and I didn't start until late in life. I'm not going to tell my age, but okay. I just started writing plays about 10 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. So it was not a part of my early life, although I did write poetry as a younger person, and I enjoy words. I enjoy putting words together. I enjoy being able to create pieces of work that people can relate to and connect to, whatever way they do. And you can't, with art, you can't always determine how people will connect with your work, but if they connect at all, that's what you're doing it for. But I fell into it. A friend of mine, he was a playwright. He asked me to help him direct a play, and I was assistant director of the play, and I fell in love with playwriting ever since. And he encouraged me to do some writing on my own, and I just never stopped. And it's almost like I don't want to. It's an obsession. It's like I have to write, I have to create, I have to direct, I have to do something, or I don't feel complete or full.
Yeah. Okay, you saying he asked you to be a director. Had you ever been a director before? Was that your first time?
No, that's the funny part. I never directed a play, never wrote a play, only maybe went to a couple of plays previously. But so it's really kind of funny. And and this kind of connects with Chill Out too, I guess. I was told that I couldn't do it, that I was crazy to attempt to do it, and that just motivated me even more to want to do it, is when people tell you you can't do something. And that's what I like about Chill Out. Jonathan has always been so supportive of my work. He's encouraged me. He's motivated me to believe that, I can do whatever I set my mind to do. And he's just always been so supportive. But yeah, that's how I got into playwriting. I literally fell into it accidentally and have never looked back. I love it. It is definitely my passion. And I'm blessed in that I don't seek out work. I am usually asked. Anything that I have done, people come to me and ask me to do these works. So, and I like that. I really like that. And so, yeah, I'm a storyteller.
Okay, yeah. And then, one thing though is I've heard from all the guests how Chill Out encourage you to step out the box.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. It does. And then you see other people doing things, and that motivates you also. And one thing that Jonathan got me to do, he knows I love to write, And they do, I don't know if you've talked about this, so forgive me if I'm rehashing something that's already been covered, but I can tell you how I feel about it from my perspective.
Okay.
There was a spotlight, a feature called Spotlight, and that's where, I don't know, did you guys talk about that?
No, we didn't.
Awesome. Good. I don't know if he's doing it as much as he once did, but it's open for anyone on Chill Out who wants to do this. But the spotlight is exactly what it says. It spotlights a particular member of the group who wants to be spotlighted. And that's the beauty of Chill Out, too. You can participate as much or as little as you want. It's all okay. It's all in what you're comfortable doing. So if you want to just go on and observe and look, that's great. That's great. And if you want to participate to a greater degree, that's great too. But the feature was called Spotlight, and he asked me if, in a way of introducing new members, if they wanted to do this. Some people don't want it, but if there are members who want to be spotlighted, he asked me if I would connect with them, talk with them, get a feel for who they were, and then write up a mini biography, I guess you would call it, of who they are, and introduce them to the other members, so that they would know what these people were involved in and what they are doing, what they have done, their accomplishments, achievements, what their goals are for the future. And I did spotlights. I think I did one. I did Jonathan's. I did Lenny Middlebrooks. I did Donald Gurley's, and I've done several. But those were the most phenomenal aspects of Chill Out that I found, because here he was wanting to introduce these people who are doing wonderful things to the group, so that there is a true feeling of family that comes across. But that was one of my favorite things about Chill Out, is the spotlight. And like I said, some people don't like to do that, but the ones that I was able to do, I got to know these people, got to know what they've done, and I was blown away by some of these things these people have done. These people are amazing. The people that are on Chill Out are just amazing.
Yeah. I mean, so many of us, we think that our life stories is not amazing, but once you start telling them and getting the word out, you know, some people just sit down with their mouths open. You really did that? But the person that actually went through it doesn't think it's that much, Theresa. Theresa, before I have to let you go, my sister, I'm going to reach out to you later on. And I'm gonna get you on my show by yourself, okay? Because I think your life is this is the glamour of being on Chill Out. I'm a member, you're a member. Now I'm going to give you a show in the next week or so where you can talk about Theresa. How about that?
I love it. Thank you.
All right. Hey, Theresa, I'm sorry. Quickly, tell someone why they should be a part of Chill Out.
It's just the coolest place on the planet to be, and especially right now in a world where so much is going on. Come and chill out.
That's right. That's right. Hey, y'all, this has been a great show. 10-year celebration of Chill Out, a social private platform where particular people populate. See if you can be a part of it. It's not exclusive, but it is exclusive. I got to get out of here because my producer is going to kick my butt for running overtime. But as always, I like to thank the members of Chill Out that came on: Jonathan Hall, Lenny Middlebrooks, Jay Tillman, and the wonderful Theresa Harris. Until next week, I'm going to leave you with the words of Mr. Gil Scott Heron. It's time for you to create the change and stop being about to change. That's what Chill Out is all about. Until next week, same time, same station. God's blessings to you all.